in there, auntie was in there, mama had AAA, I wasn't scared of.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
Here comes Hill on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Saints coming out, and the veteran leads them. It's their quarterback, Derek Carr, 9 years with the Raiders, now year 2 with the Saints. Greg, for a man who's now 33 years old.
There's no denying he is a passionate and productive NFL quarterback. But as good as he is, Mike, he just hasn't quite found a way to get over the hump to join that upper echelon of elite quarterbacks. He has this big arm. He can sling it all over the field. But that big arm is also what gets him into trouble sometimes. He needs to find that happy medium between taking care of the ball while still being aggressive. And if he can do that, they'll have as good a chance as any to come out on top.
He's going to air one out right away. And that is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. Big gain, and that changes the complexion of this drive all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The tight end Moreau is in motion. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Carr working out of the gun. This one is caught by Moreau. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
It is brought in the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. It's up and good. Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old. But the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
I really like this young quarterback, Mike. I think there's a lot of things that he does very well. I mean, the arm talent, it allows you to expand the playbook. His mind, he can process information both quickly and decisively. Pocket presence, impressive as well. He rarely finds himself in situations where he's a sitting duck. Now, can he put all of that together and operate an NFL offense? That's what we want to see here today, and so far, I think he's shown a lot of hope that he can grow into a future franchise quarterback.
Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Denver first down.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. He finds Sutton.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they are all over that on defense. Good search, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Here's Nix to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch.
That is caught side of the end zone. Greg Dulcich. Touchdown, Denver.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. The Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and receiver Rashid Shaheed set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Carr. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They put Wilson in motion. On first down, Carr. Left side into the hands of Olave. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back is Carr. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Olave is the motion man. Second down, Carr. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Carr to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll run here with Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Again, it'll be Kamara. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to New Orleans. After this, 2nd down and 3. Back to throw is Nix. He's going to keep it himself. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll take a shot with Mims. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Olave is the motion man. First down throw for Carr. The open man is Wilson. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Olave is the motion man. Now a second down throw from Carr. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10. Carr working out of the gun. He's across midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This one from 43 yards away. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now as this one is in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. Here's Smith to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's when the offense will take over. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
They call this the alley, so it's the area between the hash marks and the numbers, and depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Big snap on 1st and 10. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims.
Complete to Marvin Mims. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one, take it in. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, Denver. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Broncos move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The shotgun. It's Carr. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Olave is the motion man. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Carr now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Carr. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Carr now on second down. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back is Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Kamara gonna try to pull his way in, and he's gonna get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints cut the deficit down to 1.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Nix. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Olsen and Ebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And
they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
fourth down, the Broncos send out Riley Dixon to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll run. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll run here. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Shaheed with the catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, Carr. This one complete right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Carr. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Now, Carr. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The rookie, Bo Nix, and the Broncos offense getting set to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. They run over center with Williams. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. It's another run here for Williams. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, from New Orleans, we say goodnight.